Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your brother coming right back at you once again to help you make sense of all the craziness that that's been happening for so many years, and they're getting worse by the minute. But the ones that are coming, ladies and gentlemen, remember, I make these videos out of love for you. Are you ready for the truth? Can you handle the truth? Living under this lying, deceitful matrix that you're living under. Are you ready for the truth? Can you handle the truth? Then if you can, welcome. Welcome to this channel called Truth of Fire, because that's what it is. The truth is a fire. In fact, God's truth, where the only truth lies, where the only reality lies, is going to teach humanity the consequences of being rebellious. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have been ridiculously twisted by the evil entities that have been working humanity for the longest, since we disobey our Creator. Okay? That is the fact, Jack. Whether you want to accept it, it's up to you. See, this is not my opinion. I don't go by my opinion or my concept of reality. No, I go by what God states in the Bible. It's what God says concerning his laws, the Ten Commandments. It's not what I say. I'm a sinner who dies every day. Whose job it is to make you, hopefully help you make sense of everything that is going on around you. So you won't be asking yourself, why is this happening? What the heck is going on? No, ladies and gentlemen. The fact of the matter is that humanity is living under the last days. Okay? We are living under the last days. We are living the last days, ladies and gentlemen. Under this human system as we know it, as we conceive it. It's going to be better than when God destroyed the world with the flood in Noah's time. Remember? In Noah's time, we remained humans, the sinful humans that we were. But this time around, ladies and gentlemen, okay, this time around it's going to be different, because God gave humanity a second chance. He was willing to destroy humanity, as we read in Genesis chapter 6. Remember what he said in Genesis chapter 6? Do you want me to read it again to you? Okay? You want me to read it? I will. Genesis chapter 6, verse 1. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. Verse 2. That the sons of men saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and that they took them wives of which they chose. Okay? So they took them wives of all which they chose. Verse 3. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. 4. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. Verse 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Verse 6. And he repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. 7. And the Lord said, I will destroy men whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for he repented me that I have made them. Number 8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Now, do you see what is happening here? Okay? So God, he came to him. He actually considered getting rid of humanity completely. But he saw that there was hope in the human creation by looking at Noah. Now, you may say, what was so special about Noah? Let me show you. Verse number 9. These are the generations of Noah. Was a just man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God. That's what was special about him. See? That's what was special about him. This man was perfect. You may say, well, no one is perfect, Reuben. Ever since men disobey God, no one is perfect. But you got to understand in what context this perfection is talking about. Remember, all humanity was infected with the virus at that time. Okay? And that was, I call it the giant syndrome. People were born with 6 fingers. So humanity was completely play with. It was genetically play with. It was genetically twisted at that time. And it was all about evil. It turned people against one another, to kill each other for nothing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please correct me. Aren't we living in those very same days in our society? So, ladies and gentlemen, there are so many drugs out there that have turned people, that have turned people into emotional, numbing creatures. They don't care. And that's not even talking about the fact that people has gotten so used to death, to abortion, which is actually the sacrificial, the shedding of innocent blood to their God. The same God that is printed in the United States dollar. In God we trust, they say. Do you think that it is that when they say in your money, read your money, I don't care what denomination, $1, a penny, $20 bill, $100 bill, $1,000 bill, it doesn't matter. In God we trust, they say. But which God? Lucifer, the devil, that is their God. By the way, Lucifer was the name that was given to him when he was in heaven. Remember, he was the first angel that God created. So he had all these angels under him, In fact, third part of the angels became fallen angels. That's when the Bible talks about the sons of God on Genesis 6. That's who the Bible is referring to the fallen angels that follow the devil, that old serpent called the devil. Okay, so without further ado, just let me tell you that America is on its way of being destroyed. America is in the way of the devil's agenda, and it is slowly but surely being destroyed. And that's why the old man that we have at the White House, ladies and gentlemen, he's got so many demons. You should pray for him. He's bringing America down like, man, and people just complain about, but they don't even know what the heck is going on. Prophecies are being fulfilled right before our very freaking eyes. It's not about political, Democrats versus Republicans. They're all the same. Your votes don't count, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be kind of sad when you wake up to that fact. It's time that you wake up now. You have been played. Everything in this world is a lie. Okay? Everything has been, in fact, we sinned, we disobey our Creator based upon a lie. So ever since then, humanity has run away with this lie and have put it into practice. Your politicians have lied to you. Your religious leaders have lied to you. Your education system, which is controlled by them, have lied to you. Science have lied to you. Okay? So the humanity finds itself, okay, under a Russian roulette. But remember, when you hear the word Armageddon, the battle of Armageddon in the Holy Land, ladies and gentlemen, it's not talking about a third world war. No. It is the armies of the earth getting ready to destroy, to declare war on God and its remnants upon the earth. That's what this whole game has always been about. To come after God's chosen people upon the face of this earth. Jacob's trouble, which is the true Israelites, are going through some rough time, and it's only going to get worse. Unless you have a strong relationship with your Creator, lady, I feel sorry for you. I would pray for you. I think I am the only YouTuber that actually prays for its subscribers. Because if you know this truth, the devil is going to try to play games upon you. Okay? We have so many distractions, ladies and gentlemen, which are based upon a lie. Let me just go through some of them, which have brought us to the humanity's Russian roulette. Okay? Here we go. So humanity is living under its last day as we conceive it, as we understand it. In order to keep humanity distracted, they have created distraction such as the following. But before I tell you that, let me just tell you that in the times of Noah, humanity was left as it was. So we kept on sinning. In fact, look what Cam, one of Noah's sons, did. You saw what he did. He has sex with his own mother. Right off the boat. Right off the boat, ladies and gentlemen. The devil was at work again. Because remember, the spirits don't die. Only flesh. This goes back to the dust, where it came from. Okay? But this time around, it's going to be a whole different ballgame. Because we're going to go back, not just to Noah's state of being, but we're going to go back to the whole purpose of life itself. We were created to be multiply creatures under God's eternal reign, living under God's kingdom on earth, not in heaven. We are earthly creatures, ladies and gentlemen. Do not get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. So this time will be a very interesting, and it's going to be different. Right now, we have homosexuality, transgenderism, we got people in other words, ladies and gentlemen, the transformation of humanity right before our eyes. Again, going back to what the giants did. Okay? The giants did. That's what they did. They were transforming humanity. And that's where Noah was perfect in his days. Because he was not he didn't have this virus at that time. So now we have to keep humanity distracted. Qatar, World Cup, the Ukraine and Russian war, to keep people afraid. 4, World Economic Forum. They're talking about a reset. They want to be looked up as God and the hero, the savior. And then when in reality, and I'm going to show you proof, when in reality, this whole organization is a satanic organization being ruled by homosexuals. And I'm going to show you one of the right arm, one of the men that is Klaus Schwab's right-hand man. He's going to tell you. Don't let me tell you what he is. He's a homosexual. And he obviously doesn't believe in a God. He's an atheist. Of course. Because he represents what God is against. Common sense. Here we go. So you got the World Economic Reform, the World Economic Forum waiting and working for the United States dollar to fall. 5, racism, making different races hate each other when there's only one race, the human race. There's no such thing as racism, ladies and gentlemen. There's evil, but there's no racism. There's no white versus black. The Ku Klux Klan and all of these groups and the Black Lives Matter, they're created to make you believe that there's racism. But you have been played. If not, do your research in this organization. In fact, the Democratic Party, I call it the Democratic Party, created the Ku Klux Klan, the KKK. Diseases are abound all over the place. To keep you afraid. Exploitation of what? Of. 'Exploiting your fears. But those that want, but what did Christ said about those that want to save their lives? Let us go to Matthew chapter 16. Matthew chapter 16. Take a look at this. Matthew chapter 16, verse 16. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. See how beautiful, how deep that is? Ladies and gentlemen, as a soldier of God, I am willing to lay my life on the line for this truth. Because, ladies and gentlemen, what is life good for if I don't stand for God's truth and his laws, his commandments? He's the creator of life. Here we go. So you got the creation of diseases like the AIDS virus. Okay? For what they call it? Population control. You got the Satanic temple in the Illinois capital and Michigan capital. Don't forget, I will send you links on this. And the economic hardships. And by the way, number 8, climate change. Climate change is a social conditioning, psychological conditioning of the masses to explain away the different pests, the earthquakes, the tsunamis, the famine that are coming upon this earth, created by the devil's disciples, who are the world leaders. And like I told you, Davos is one of them. And now, what has been happening to humanity in this last 2.5 years? Every time somebody died, didn't they say, oh, it's because of this and this? Oh, somebody dies because of this and this. See? To explain things away. But they're ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. And going back to the Satanic temple, ladies and gentlemen, these people are so stupid. Humanity has become so hopelessly stupid that if there's a devil, then you know there's a God. Why will you be on the losing side when God created? He didn't create the devil, he became the devil when evil was found in him. Remember. So why would you be on the losing side? You understand? You know why? Because this time is the devil's time. He has polluted people's mind. He has worked humanity under the lie, under this matrix system. You understand? So, ladies and gentlemen, I can only give you the truth. I can only show you the door. You're the one that's going to have to walk through it and live the 10 commandments and live according to God's laws. And be obedient to him and love him and love your brethren, your humanities as a creation, as thyself. Okay? So you see, ladies and gentlemen, the devil have made humanity so ridiculously. Because remember the 4th characteristic of the devil is he's a coward. Okay? He's a coward. He's a liar. He's the creation of lying. Okay? And he's ridiculous. And he has made humanity, and of course, he's a killer. He loves destroying life. He loves performing abortions. And they want to be, and when they want to, the world leaders want to be like Pontius Pilate. Oh, They want to wash their hands. No, we were just helping them out. That's what they wanted. Well, that was my mentality when I used to sell drugs, cocaine, back in the 1990s, 80s and 90s, ladies and gentlemen. That was my intention. That was my mentality back then. Oh, I'm giving people what they want. But I woke up. God woke me up, okay, from this terrible path that I was on. And that's when I knew that the United States of America is the first drug trafficker of the world. We used to sell drugs to DEA agents. Believe it or not. I'm only here to give you the truth. And that's why I say, can you handle the truth? You think I'm lying to you? We used to sell, let me say it again. We used to sell drugs, cocaine, to DEA agents, Drug Enforcement Administration, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about federal agency of the United States. And you talk about that corruption only happens, or the evil, I don't like to call it corruption because that's another label. Evil happens in Latin America? No. It's everywhere. Because remember, the agenda is to keep God's people down. Look what's happening in Chicago. Look what's happening in New Orleans. Look what's happening in Baltimore. Look what's happening in Louisiana. Okay? All over the place, ladies and gentlemen. God's people are becoming what? The devil's prize. He's feasting and he's enjoying killing God's people and making them kill one another. For instance, the black on black crime has never gone down. It has always been going up. And that is by design, because the Negroes in America are the lost tribe of Judah. Get it straight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not here lying to you. See, I've been doing all my research and my study for many, many years, okay? And this book, even though many books were taken out of context, okay? This book right here is humanity's instruction book. Are you following? Can you handle the truth? In fact, you have some black churches out there, some leaders that have many lands available to them. And you know what some of them are saying? That they're going to use it for cannabis. I mean, people are going through famine. People are needing housing. And look what these religious leaders are saying. Remember what I said about religion. Your religious leaders are actually demons incarnate. And there's the proof. I'm going to see if I find the links to show you what these people, these religious leaders are actually saying. That they want to use the land that they have purchased, okay, vast land in the United States, to use it for weed. In fact, one of the leaders saying, I love people that smells like weed. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot make this stuff up. It is crazy. May God bless you, and please do not let yourself be corrupted. Do not let yourself evil. Do not let them put any poison in your body. You understand? Because they just prepping you up to make you a soulless creatures, like zombies. May God bless you. And by the way, they're never gonna let this go, okay? And you know what I'm talking about. Humanity would never be free of diseases. And they're never gonna let this go, because they know you believed it and you swallow this lie. God bless you. and there's more.